A client of mine recently asked me, how does a low carb, high fat diet work? Here's what I said to the individual. All digestible carbohydrates are broken down into simple sugars in your intestine. When you restrict the amount of sugar and starches, which are carbohydrates that you eat, the level of sugar in your blood begins to stabilize and your need for insulin to remove the sugar from your blood decreases. Insulin is produced by your pancreas and is a fat-storing hormone. Once your insulin levels decrease, your body begins to burn your stored fat supplies. Great news. So in essence, the more carbs you consume, the more insulin you produce. Insulin is a fat-storing hormone, so for many of us, we don't want a fat store. Therefore, we need to reduce our carb intake. Then my client asked me, how much carbs should I be consuming? Well, it depends on the individual, the circumstances, but the short answer is between 20 and 50 grams per day. There are a number of factors to understand to help you work out your carbohydrate tolerance levels. Important information to consider are this. We don't need any dietary carbs. The small amount we do need in our blood can readily be generated from protein and fat. The average Australian is consuming 300 grams of carbs per day, which is around 50% of their total calories. 120 grams of these carbohydrates are coming from sugar. That is 30 teaspoonfuls of sugar. This is plain crazy. This sugar is largely consumed from added sugar in processed foods, so avoid processed foods like the plague. To obtain optimal weight and health, sugar consumption needs to be reduced right down to 5 teaspoonfuls or less. Much lower levels of sugar consumption have recently been endorsed by the World Health Organization. I advocate 0 teaspoonfuls per day while you find out your own carbohydrate tolerance levels. Our aim is to have you as a fat-burning metabolism rather than a sugar-glucose-carb-burning metabolism. We can easily achieve this by eating healthy, whole foods. Avoid processed food, generally speaking. Eat meat, eggs, non-starchy vegetables, olive oil, nuts and dairy are less not tolerated. Avoid bread, rice, pasta and potatoes. And the final tip, fruit is high in sugar. I suggest only eating berries, up to a handful per day, just to begin with. That concludes today's message. If you would like my guidance to ensure you're taking the right action to help you reach your goals, simply click on the link where you'll find out more about having the right plan in place and taking action on that plan. Bye for now.